welcome. Hello and welcome to Dave and Zeus talking about Gitex. Zeus, how long? I don't know. How many Gitexes have we been to?
A lot of them. I think 6, 7, something like that, maybe more. It's been
Something
a lot of
like
Gitex.
that. So we're going to be going there later this month, October. For those of you that don't know, Gitex is, I believe, the world's largest tech conference. Is that accurate? Do you know that? If that's right?
Yeah, I think it's bigger than Mobile World Congress. And I think
it takes place in
rivals
Dubai every year. There's actually
too.
other Gitexes too. There's a European Gitex in Germany. There's a Asia Gitex probably in Singapore. But this is Gitex Global, and it's a fairly significant conference. And it's been around for a long time. I think this is the 44th annual event. And we know the drill pretty well. We go out there. We usually stay at the same hotel and hang out mostly in the Avaya booth. Avaya's like a huge Avaya. I'm sure it's Avaya's biggest conference of the year. It has to be. Maybe
sure.
Engage in their own conference, but
yeah, this probably rivals that from an investment perspective. I think though. I mean, the booth. I mean, it's when you think of the big Mobile World Congress booths, it rivals that. Also, even the placement of it, right? It tends to be front and center, beside Etisalat, which is the mobile operator there. And you think local mobile operators always get the prime spot, right? Because they're always doing the cool
and that booth, that stand, you have to call it stand, that Etisalat booth is actually absolutely incredible. It's a giant display, and it's got so much technology in there. I can't even imagine what their power bill is just for that one stand.
I think it's like
cars. It's insane. The Avaya booth is usually 2 floors as well, and it's kind of clustered around a bunch of other kind of UC companies as well. A lot of UC companies are there. We normally see Cisco, Zoom, NEC is often there, but now NEC is no longer a unified communications company. But we see a lot of these companies there. But Avaya is it's a big presence. And one thing I like about that Avaya booth actually is that they go to so much effort to bring all these partners into their booth. And so it's basically like a marketplace almost. I don't know who's going to be there. You have an idea who's going to be there this year?
I don't. I'm sure Journey will be there.
I'm guessing Journey will be there. Journey's been really close to Avaya for a long time. I'm guessing Affinity will be there. They're usually there.
But over the years, they've had a mix of a lot of local partners too, and a lot of local customers, right? Which is kind of interesting too. You don't often see customers at a trade show booth, right? I think that's one of the unique aspects of it.
Yeah, and some interesting partnerships as well. Line, right? That's the chat app out of Asia that's real popular. I think I have that name right. They've been in the booth. A lot of big banks are in the booth. Yeah, it's kind of surprising. Anything you are particularly expecting or looking forward to?
Well, I mean, it'll be the first one under the new international leadership, right? So we'll see how we'll see what that's like. I don't know.
So Patrick Dennis will be there. I guess Patrick became the CEO September 1st. And he will be there, and Omar, the chief product officer, will be there. ML, the chief revenue officer, will be there. I think Josh is going to be there, the CMO. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, a lot of the Avaya brass will get there. I don't think we're going to see Alan. I think Alan is long gone, probably on some island somewhere. And we're also going to meet, unless you've already met him, this guy Cameron. I got a spelling error in there. There's no P in that. I got to see if I can fix that here. To get rid of that, there we go. We're gonna hear from them for sure. And so here we go. There we go. So Cameron Thompson is the new general manager over Europe and Middle East, Africa. It's interesting. For the longest time, they've been running. Dubai has been managing Europe. And now they got this guy Cameron out of UK managing Dubai, managing the Middle East. but I haven't met him yet. But he's got like a long background in contact centers, Aspect and Avaya. And ML hired him, I guess, 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
Um,
and
so,
I think you'll see it be contact center heavy too. They've typically had a mix of UC and CC, but I think we're going to see a lot of CC this year. And
I'm wondering, because this month is also Zoomtopia, and I'm wondering if there's going to be a Zoom update. Because Zoomtopia is going to happen before Gitex this week, and so for all we know, because Zoom and Avaya made that announcement back in March that it would be coming out sometime this year. I don't remember what they said. And so if they're going to be announcing that or releasing that in Zoomtopia, possibly at Gitex. So I'm looking forward to hearing that. Mitel came out with a very similar announcement or partnership with Zoom, a little different, similar but different announcement. But basically the thrust of the Zoom partnership is that Zoom Workplace will work with the Avaya infrastructure. And so you could use the Zoom client to make and receive calls, contact center calls or UC calls from the Zoom client over Avaya infrastructure. So I think it's a good move for both companies.
U.S. offering only right now, though, right?
I don't think has it been released. As far as I know, it hasn't been released yet. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be
here though. So I suspect we won't hear much about it at Gitex. I'm guessing that'll be the Zoomtopia news, and then it might be strange to see it repeated over there, but maybe. But I don't think when it initially comes out, it'll be available over in the Middle East anyway.
So the big news that I think we're all kind of anxious to hear about is more about CCaaS or Avaya Experience Platform. I don't know if you caught it, Zeus. It just announced, I think it was just weeks ago, 2 new packages, the Essentials and Advanced packages. And so not a lot of fanfare, not even a press release went out, just kind of I guess you had to, hear it from a friend type of deal. But I think that's going to be getting a lot of attention in Dubai. And he's got these new packages, and I know they're focusing so much on the AXP. And so should be pretty interesting to see what that's up to. The only other thing I can think of on the Avaya front is more progress on their acquisition they made with Edify. They're going to be announcing more information on Edify, and that they repositioned Edify because Edify was a standalone company and it was more around a UCaaS type of UCaaS and CCaaS type of offer, but they've repositioned it because of its versatile, nimble platform, that it's more of their orchestration capabilities. So I think they're going to put that, kind of in the base layer of AXP, and I'm really anxious to see how that's coming along as well. Anything in particular you're looking forward to doing? And you go to Dubai. Are you going to rent a bike and go for a bike ride again?
I'm bringing one. So
you're bringing your bike?
Yeah.
That's the first time you've done that.
Yeah.
No more of this rental crap, huh?
No more of the rental crap. And then I'll probably go skiing again in the mall.
I've done that before. I've skied in the mall. Yeah.
But specifically the Avaya, I always look forward to the demos they have and being able to, see what because the one thing they do, I talked to Giselle about this too. The one thing they do there, which tends to be more popular than the Engage conference here, is the art of the possible. And because they've shown all kinds of things, metaverse demos and things like that they haven't shown here, but a lot of that is just kind of theoretical ideas of what you could do versus what they are doing. And so I look at Gitex, really that whole show is a bit of the, when you look at the Etisalat booth, right, with your drones and things, that whole show is structured to be a little bit of the art of the possible. And so it's a fitting venue for that.
Yeah, no, it really is. It's definitely a bit of a trip of science fiction to go there. And, you mentioned that Etisalat booth earlier. There's so much stuff. And it's just amazing how all this stuff really is kind of coming to reality, right? So I was just in the London airport and just walking through the airport, and a robotic, floor sweeper or mopper or whatever it was just kind of moving around and navigating through all the people and just kind of cleaning the floors. And I'm looking at this thing going, I should be like freaked out about that, but I don't think I am, because things like Dubai, you just go there and you just see we've seen robotic police officers and stuff over there. So it's just all that stuff that we see there does kind of come to fruition eventually. It's
well, frankly,
really
United clubs have the trash the robots that use.
Yeah, I've seen that little guy. He's too noisy. I don't like his little music he's always playing. I don't like that. But yeah, I want to get one of those at home actually. Put your dirty plates on it, and it just takes it into the kitchen for you.
I think it's called a Fisker.
Yeah, I do have one of those. Yeah, it's yeah. All right. Well, then I'll see you there. I'm really surprised you're bringing your bike this time. That's a lot of miles on that bike.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I got a new bike that's it doesn't fold up, but it comes apart much easier, and so the total size is like a large box fan. So yeah, it's
all right.
Yeah, travels well.
Very good. All right. Well, I think that wraps up this. That wraps this up. And thanks for watching. And we'll give you an update after the event.